a man came to see us. He was 45 years old. He was a bus driver. And he said he'd been feeling tired and weak for a few days. But he was pretty sure it was nothing serious. One of our community health workers invited him to come in and sit and talk with her. As she listened, and as he talked, she heard something more under that tiredness, something that worried her. So she asked him if she could do a quick fingerstick blood sugar test right there on the van. He was very leery of medical tests, but he trusted her, so he said yes. His blood sugar was dangerously high. She sent him straight to the emergency room where he was treated and connected into follow-up care. That conversation on a street corner, in a van, between two humans may just have saved his life. Not an online diagnostic algorithm, but a human being who listened. My name is Nancy Oriel. By training, I should be in a hospital, but that wasn't enough. So 34 years ago, I disrupted the model and helped create the Family Van, a mobile clinic that drives around to communities of Boston at greatest risk for premature death. We bring healthcare to the streets where people live. And I did work in a hospital. I'm a Harvard-trained anesthesiologist. I spent decades in the operating room with the miracles of modern medicine. Hearts stopped and restarted, organs transferred from one person to another, pain turned off with a few milliliters of clear liquid. I'm also an early adopter. I had one of the early Macintosh computers. I'm an AI optimist. I believe in technology. I believe in data. I believe in innovation. So I should be here to cheer the AI revolution, to say faster, bigger, more data, more scale. But I'm not. I'm here to make the case for something older, simpler, and more urgent. Low tech, high touch, human to human. And to tell you why, I have to take you back to my childhood. So I've always lived a little bit outside the lines. I grew up in North Philadelphia in the 1950s. And before the Civil Rights Movement, I was in a rainbow-colored family, okay? So before the Civil Rights Movement, we were considered too black by some. After the Black Power movement, we were considered too white by others. We didn't fit neatly into any category. And I learned at an early age that people are not simple. Added to that, I was dyslexic. I did not read the way other children did. I didn't sound words out letter by letter. Words came to me as whole pictures. So when I finally learned to read, I was a fast reader. Not despite my dyslexia, but because of it. And being dyslexic didn't only change the way I read, it changed the way I see patterns, systems, and people. Dyslexia taught me to see the whole picture, not just the parts. And that is how I read, and that is how I came to be a doctor who listens to what is not said. My dyslexia also inspired me to find a new way to teach. 17 years ago, I helped create something called HMS Med Science. It's a semester-long, hands-on high school biology course where students come to a room that looks like an emergency room and take care of a simulated patient. The patient, a mannequin, a lifelike mannequin, can talk, has breath sounds, and vital signs that change in real time. 5,000 students take this course every year. One student told us that working with his classmates, listening to the plastic man groan, and seeing his blood pressure change, he could feel his own heart racing as they struggled to save him. This way of teaching is totally new and has changed our students. What's amazing is that it's not the fancy mannequin that makes it work. It's that it's hands-on and that there's a skilled teacher in the room watching the students and knowing just when to step in. Now here's the trap. When people hear about the family van, they say, this is great. Why don't you standardize it and roll out 1,000 more? Or they see MedScience and they say, wonderful, use technology to scale it. But these programs don't work because they're the perfect product. They work because of the process that created them. They were shaped by the people, the neighbors, the students, the teachers that it serves. So the question is not, how do you scale these products? The question is, how do you cultivate people who can do this kind of work? I believe in what AI can do. AI can read faster than I can, even with my dyslexic superpower. AI can analyze more data than a doctor will see in their entire life. And AI can find patterns across millions of records in seconds. It's extraordinary. But there's some things AI cannot do. It cannot sit on a street corner, listen to a bus driver say he's tired, build enough trust in 5 minutes so he will let you prick his finger and quite possibly save his life. It cannot stand in a classroom with students and know exactly when to step in. These are not data problems. These are human problems. And human problems require human presence. So in the age of AI, the most revolutionary thing we can do might be the simplest thing we can do. Somewhere in Boston right now, there's a community health worker who's standing on a street corner, listening to someone say, I'm just tired, and she may just save their life. AI can do many things, but it cannot replace what happens when one human looks at another and says, I see you. You matter. I'm here for you. So that is the future we can build. And that is the revolution I'm inviting you to join. So come visit us. Thank you.